Hello guys and welcome to this video of Sanzu Explained. In this video, I will be talking about the character Sanzu Haruchiyo. This video is going to contain manga spoilers from Tokyo Revengers. Sanzu is the vice president of the Kanto Manji Gang. 2 years before Kanto Manji Gang's foundation, Sanzu was the 5th Division vice captain of the Tokyo Manji Gang, and he would later follow Yasuhiro Muto into Tenjiku Gang. In an alternate future timeline, Sanzu also became the number 2 of Bonten Gang. Sanzu is a young man with light-colored hair and slightly droopy blue eyes with long eyelashes. He shares a similar appearance with his younger sister Senju Kawagari, and Sanzu is usually seen wearing the Tokyo Manji Gang uniform with a black mask, and he always has a calm and composed look on his face. Both of his ears have a number of piercings, and he also has a total of 4 piercings on each of his ears. As an adult, Sanzu has a long mullet that reaches down to his shoulders, and he also wears a blue-purple formal suit. And after the Tokyo Manji Gang was disbanded, he no longer wears his black mask. This reveals his 2 scars that are on both sides of the corner of his lips. He also has a Bonten Gang tattoo that can be seen on his right forearm. In his younger days, Sanzu has short hair swept to one side and gelled back on the other side. He never wore a mask until meeting Yasuhiro Muto. This is because Muto was the 5th Division captain of the Tokyo Manji Gang, and when Sanzu became a member of the 5th Division, Muto gave Sanzu the mask so that he could cover up the scars on his face. And for his piercings, Sanzu is seen wearing them only on his right ear. When he was a teenager, Sanzu had a calm demeanor, and he would rarely talk. He was also extremely loyal and much nicer to those he follows and worships. However, it was later revealed that he is also extremely manipulative and is exceptionally good at deceiving other people. In his younger days, before meeting Yasuhiro Muto, Mikey described Sanzu as a wild horse who couldn't keep himself out of trouble. This made it quite difficult for other divisions in the gang to manage him. As an adult, Sanzu seems to be much more extroverted, blunt, and loud. He is ruthless and displays psychopathic tendencies. Sanzu is also shown to be on many drugs, which is believed to have played a big part in his insane behavior and personality change. And Sanzu's most notorious trait is his fanatical idolization towards Manjiro Sano, believing Mikey to be his king, and thus deserving of the utmost respect, loyalty, and devotion. Sanzu is so inclined towards protecting Mikey, or at least the image of him, that he assaulted a whole gang all by himself when he saw them bad-mouthing the Tokyo Manji Gang. He also approached Yasuhiro Muto when he was released from detention, purely to kill him for betraying Mikey. Sanzu even went as far as to brutalize him to his bones and left his remnants to be found afterwards. In the present timeline, he takes a sadistic delight and notorious euphoria while executing traitors. And while executing the traitors, Sanzu declares that he is enacting the will of his president Mikey. When Sanzu encountered Takemichi in the future timeline, Sanzu ordered him to be silent before the king would speak, and threatened to shoot Takemichi for his casual approach, because he believed it to be a sign of disrespect towards Mikey. Sanzu may appear to be a calm and trustworthy person, but he is actually a very manipulative person. He was able to easily manipulate Yasuhiro Muto for a very long time, and Sanzu later killed him after Muto betrayed his president Mikey. Sanzu even followed Muto into Tenjiku Gang, and Sanzu made Muto fully believe that he was on his side. And Sanzu made Muto believe that he was on his side by telling him that he is an only child, so he always wanted a big brother like him. And Muto fully believed him. And in chapter 241 of Tokyo Revengers, we got the backstory of Sanzu, and we learned that he is childhood friends with Mikey and Baji. Sanzu, Senju, Mikey and Baji would always be together when they were kids. And according to Senju, Sanzu was actually a good boy who never did anything wrong, but he was still blamed for mistakes that he never made. And in chapter 241 we also learned how Sanzu got the scars on his face. It turns out Mikey is actually the one who was responsible for giving Sanzu the scars on his face. This happened after Senju broke a toy plane that belonged to Mikey, and Senju made up a lie and told Mikey that Sanzu was the one who broke the plane because she was scared. And in the next panel we see Sanzu on his knees with his mouth torn, and he had 2 cuts on his face, and his 2 cuts were bleeding all over the place. Sanzu was holding his mouth trying to hold back the pain. But he could not hold back the pain that he felt, and Sanzu immediately started screaming in pain. Mikey's hands were covered in blood. And Mikey was just looking at Sanzu, but there was something strange going on with Mikey. He had a scary look on his face and his eyes were cold. And then Mikey just told Sanzu to laugh. And Sanzu followed Mikey's order and started laughing. And that is how Sanzu got both the scars on his face. Sanzu is an extremely powerful fighter, and he often uses weapons to fight, like when he fought against the Haitani brothers he used a metal pole. And also when Sanzu fought against the former 5th Division captain of the Tokyo Manji Gang Yasuhiro Muto, Sanzu used a sword to kill Yasuhiro Muto, and he used this sword to slash him across his chest. And while slashing Muto across the chest, Sanzu then went on to call Muto a traitor. Sanzu then goes on to tell Muto, "I have been deceiving you all this time. Ever since the day for this very purpose. Remember when we played shogi that one day? I told you, didn't I? I said that the king is more important than anything else. The day that you betrayed Mikey was the day you got checkmated." Sanzu says all this with a smile on his face while brutally killing his former captain. And also during the Three Deities War, Sanzu fought against both the Haitani brothers all by himself. He was able to fight both Haitani brothers as an equal, and after the war ended, their fight ended up in a draw. And also Sanzu was able to take direct hits from the older Haitani brother, and was still able to keep on fighting. Let me know in the comments what you guys thought of the character Sanzu Haruchiyo. I really enjoyed Sanzu as a character. I thought he was a very mysterious character, and I hope we get to learn more about his backstory. This is the end of this video. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more like it, then like, comment, and subscribe. And thank you for watching.